your competitors are probably getting ahead of you at the moment, and a lot of the time it's due to just not doing the small little things that can make massive impacts, especially from your local SEO. So I'm just going to take you through briefly my top list of what we work on when we're working on any map listings or Google My Business profiles, and maybe speak a little bit about what we do on websites as well from the local perspective. So, look, number one is your Google My Business profile. A lot of people keep on forgetting that, look, it needs to be filled out fully. So if you're not filling in the profile with all the details, don't leave anything blank, you're really letting yourself down. The more service you can add, the more things you can talk about those services. And when you add your service, go back in and make sure that you're updating the description to talk about the service and even the location that you're giving that service. Those kind of things really do help. One of the other things we love to do is we love to keep the profiles active. So even putting up the posts, like we'll often go in and see that no one's putting up posts or reminders. So in niches such as maybe hotels, things like that, we're putting up, as soon as a testimonial comes in, we're turning it into a graphic, we're putting it up as a new post, because each time you update your Google business profile, what's happening is it's going back to check if the information on your website is matching. So it kind of triggers a crawl to Google in some ways. We're looking at the log files, and we can see that happens, that anytime we kind of do something on these Google business profiles, they seem to go back to the website and make these changes, and we see Googlebot coming onto the website. So keeping active is something that's always there. Now, from an SEO agency perspective, this is where you need a little bit of help a lot of the time, but keeping your NAP listing correct and consistent across all profiles is also something extremely valuable that you can do with your Google Business profile. So that's your NAP, if you didn't know what it meant, is your name, your address, and your phone number. And look, what you need to do is just need to keep that consistent across a lot of the different platforms. No matter where you're doing it, make sure they're identical. If it's the number, the address, make sure it's the same across everything. Don't have like little discrepancies through it. And if you have multiple listings or multiple local business listings or properties in a country or around the world, you just need to do the same thing. What we do a lot of actually is we're looking at the high quality media side of things, going onto the website to see if there's anything in there that we have to update. So we're taking photos of ourselves. I'm even starting to put up little videos of myself now. Even though I hate video, it's just something that has to be done now. It really is something. So like we upload relevant, clear photographs, and really we should be doing of the team, business, products, services, anything you're doing should be put in that. That's what we do. So the other thing now, that's all your Google business listing profiles. The other thing we love to do is we love to actually have localized on-page SEO content as well. So if we operate in lots of different locations, let's take Ireland for example. If we're going to go into the Irish market and I want to show up in Cork and Kerry, I really want to have a page for each of those places if I think the audience is large enough and if the intent behind a search matches that. So I do like those local business listings and local business pages. And we'll talk about the towns within the certain counties as well, not just the county itself. We do like to do the hyper local targeting keywords, so go beyond just the broad terms. Say for like if we're doing like a plumber in Cork or something like that, or a plumber in Galway, we won't just use those ones. We'll actually put in long tail phrases like the best emergency plumber in Galway, 24/7 emergency plumbers in Galway, leak fixes. Plumbers in Galway, really get into the nitty gritty. And of course, look, they're just kind of some of the main things that we love to look at. Something that you want to start doing as well is like reviews. Seemingly in the past haven't been part of the algorithm, but I think with the AI mode, they're really trying to find out who the trustworthy businesses are. And I don't think having a bulk of like you get a load of links or a load of reviews, and they come in once and then you stop doing it. I think Google are starting to get a bit smarter in seeing who's regularly getting reviews and who's on a consistent basis responding to them. Those things really do work. So if you can incorporate that and ask your clients, your customers to leave a review for you after you finish something for them, like B2C is a lot easier because there's usually volume. B2B, it might require a little bit more. And a lot of businesses now, what they're doing is to really build that trust. They're getting video testimonials, and a lot more people are open to it nowadays as well. And if you can put those to your business profile, you're like winning, not just as a post, but as a video for the business. And those would help for the local listings as well. So really making sure you do those, and we like to respond to people as well that leave the reviews and say thank you so much. We really appreciate it, because that might encourage other people to leave those reviews then as well. Google did release a couple of things there recently about the incentives. So like I would be thinking following these, so never offer financial incentives for reviews. They're basically getting a little bit strict on this. They're saying that it's kind of violates Google's terms of service, so you want to really focus in on that and not do those things. Ask people consistently. No one ever really, a lot of businesses we deal with, they don't start asking for reviews until they get a negative one, so just be a bit more proactive and do those. You need to really cultivate those those reviews by getting more progressive, and yeah, just getting out there and asking the questions. Even having an email template that you can send out, even if it's email templated, and just admit it. Like we send this to everyone afterwards. You see it in Amazon. When you get a new product, they ask you for a review. It's the same thing, whether it's B2B or B2C. It needs to be done. We do like to do local citations. Like for us, like places like the Chamber of Commerce in Ireland is a really good one. Local enterprise boards, anything like that you might be able to get involved in. Getting those type of backlinks really do help. And of course, if there's any local blogs in your area, those are ones to be part of. One of the big things that we see working for, like, say, insurance companies is sponsoring like sports teams, because the sports clubs actually have a lot of traffic. They get a lot of people to the websites. They have good scores. Those teams have usually had websites for years, and now you're getting a sponsorship link. Now, it might not be no follow if it's down as or it might be a sponsored link or no follow link, but again, it's just really helpful for the branding side of things, and it does build up that local trust, and you get to say a little bit about your business as well. So, but those are just some of the items that we'd focus on when it comes to the local business listing, and it is something you should think about incorporating into your own business as well. I know it's a little bit of extra work. No one loves asking for reviews, but if you're able to do that, it is something that's very helpful for a business. It really does help your Google My Business. It helps your website get more local traffic, and it helps you get those bottom of the funnel keywords as well, where it's not just your how would you say it, your center stage ones, or your top of funnel ones where people look for information. They're actually looking for your service. So those are the ones we really like to go after.